in the semis? I don't know. I don't ask. I've got the replays, so I'm going to cast them. So this is a PvZ best of 3. The winner goes to the semifinals against Innovation. As we have got to the bottom right-hand side, our red Protoss player, herO. Going up against, of course, therefore, the player we were just talking about, the pink Zerg in the upper left-hand side. This is Scarlett. Again, any other questions about the tournament or anything, guys, I'm very happy to answer. I know it's one that was kind of went under the radar, and then there's a few Reddit threads about it, and people were like, wait, what? What, you know, what is this? Why wasn't anyone casting it? I did my best. I mean, there's only so much I can do, you know, to actually contact the people in China, but I have a Chinese contact who does a lot of helping out and helping to get English broadcasts, but it really just didn't come through for this event, sadly. So, with that said, we're going to be seeing how this goes now. At least in the end, we get to watch these as we seem to get this going. Just give me a quick moment to reply to something here, guys. Very sorry. Alright, so, probe comes in, nibbles away at that drone, and we do see, as the hatchery and spawn pool finishes up, and that's very standard opening in the early stages, just this probe being a little bit of a nuisance in the very early stages. Spawn pool finishes, and a couple of lings on the way out, the first 2 queens coming in from Scarlett. Again, for now, we just sort of sit back and wait to see what this game on backwater is going to bring us as Scarlett probably has some good memories of this map and some ling drop builds. Obviously, this was the map pool she's still around. This map pool's been around for ages, hasn't it? We played Leipzig on this map pool, and wow, that was like 4 months ago now. I was just thinking because Scarlett won Pyeongchang on this map pool, and honestly, that was quite a while ago now. This map pool's been around just a little while. I wonder if we're going to play both Austin and Valencia on the same map pool with the new maps. That's kind of interesting. Anyways, we do see Ling Speed coming up the hatchery on the way on the third base. And we do see the Queen just popping down. A Crypt Tumor here to begin with as this Adept comes in, turns back around. And we do have the Stargate about to finish up in the main base as well. So, Stargate finishing in the main, and we do see the Adept is going back up in towards that mineral line once again. And again, Adept just continue to come out in towards the center here. Probe, just going to be coming over to the right-hand side. Phoenix on its way out, about to pop, and again, Ling Speed going to be coming in a moment or two. So Ling Speed popping, and this is actually Scarlett going for a Baneling Bust. Or is it a Baneling Bust, or is it just Scarlett trying to be a little bit defensive against whatever might be coming? I think it's a bit too early to be having like Banes and so coming through, right? So I think Scarlett's going to try and break through here in the next few moments with some Banes. And see what might happen, as we do see some of these Lings coming around the top, bottom side. A couple of Depths have shaded across the map. They're obviously not going to be here for the defense now, so that's a bonus for Scarlett, but then she might take some damage as well. Man, hero's been very herO. Stargate, Twilight, and Robo, all off of just a Phoenix. Not even an Oracle, by the way. Like, this feels like an amazing scenario for Scarlett. Like, she has absolutely everything she could possibly dream of here. Pushes forwards with these Lings, will not really find much. Okay, I don't really agree with that at any point, the idea of morphing Banes in the front. herO didn't know about this. And now, that surprise factor is just gone. He just sets up a secondary wall already. What are these Banes going to do? Bust through this pylon and then what? Bust through the gateway? Well, it has too much health. I don't know, man. I mean, yes, he's got to keep on going forwards, but those Banes morphing in at the front, this feels like it should be a build or a win. Like a Stargate into a Twilight and a Robo off of just the Phoenix. No extra gateways or anything. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Well, a few more Banes coming through right now as these Lings are still attacking at the front, but honestly, herO has held on for so long already. The wall is still standing strong, and he has the money to keep on replacing it. An Oracle comes out now as well. A Pylon comes in behind. I mean, there's a Sentry too. There's just no way this is actually going to fall apart, and, well, as Scarlett finally finds an opening, it doesn't matter, because the Oracle's chasing the Banelings away. The Sentry can force field if required, and this is really just... wow. I just can't get over the fact that she morphed the banelings in at the front, where herO could see it. It just lets him prepare so well. I really think this is a big mistake, as we're going to see these Banes coming forwards again. Maybe they can bust through the shield battery. Okay, 2 of them go down before they even reach the shield battery, so obviously that's a bit of a disaster. And yeah, I mean, another Bane or 2 keep on coming forwards as well. This really is just about going to be it, as shield batteries keep on dropping. And this is, well, more or less just going to be GG. I mean, if Scarlett doesn't break herO now, there's nothing else she can do. She's on 24 drones against 50 probes. The worker count here for herO is absolutely insane. It's just absolute insanity at the moment. As you're going to see those links just backing away again. Temple Archives coming up in the main base. And we are going to be seeing those few extra drones just on the way out. I'm just going to be seeing, well, herO, I mean, you get Temple Archives up, you push across the map, and Scarlett knows what's coming. She types out the GG because, well, it's quickly in. To the top left-hand side. It is our pink Zerg player. This is Scarlett. And to the bottom right-hand side, our blue Protoss player is, of course, Root Gaming's herO. By the way, I'm so sorry, Just Jordan. I completely missed your bits. I just saw them now. I've had my dashboard minimized. Thanks so much for the tier 90. Upgrading your badge from grey to purple. If you're still around, thank you so much. I'm sorry that took me 20 minutes to realize. I'm a terrible person, what can I say? That must have been like before the Rogue herO series. I'm so sorry. Apologies, man. Thank you for the 90 bits, though. Appreciate the support. Again, if you guys are enjoying the stream, lots of ways for you guys to support, but most importantly, hit that follow button, because then you can, of course, hit that follow button and see when we're going live in the future. So do check that out. Why didn't herO shield his old buildings with his own buildings with the batteries? I don't think the shield batteries were ready in time. And I think it was just that sort of point where he didn't really need to by the time they were finished. Like, he had the sentry out, and he just, you know, he'd rather keep the shield batteries to actually just heal. The problem with healing a building is that once you start healing until it's full, I don't think they changed that. So, I think it's just one of those scenarios where it just wasn't worth it for him by the time he finished. He already had the situation under control. And it can't be, I'm pretty sure you can't shield battery a building structure as well, and a lot of his structures were still in building rather than finished. So I think that was probably one of the differences as well. So, hopefully that answers the question as we set up. And just get into game 2. Wait to see what Scarlett and herO are going to show us this time around. Stargate starts up from herO over in the main base. And again, with a Stargate coming up in the main, we're just going to be seeing a single Adept from herO here starting to shade across towards the upper left-hand side. So, Adept looking to see what's going on. Link speed is on the way up from Scarlett. Really everything we expect this to be. I'm going to have to grab myself a drink quickly, guys. Sorry. I just have to get something to drink. Alright. I'm surprised Protoss don't forge fast expand as much anymore. Just doesn't work. In Legacy of the Void, it just doesn't work. The issue is you delay the text. You delay your text so much, and you delay your text so much. So in the past, how do you best explain this? I guess I think it's a lot to do with the worker change with 12 workers instead of 6. You delay your text so much by going forge expand instead of gate expand, because you can go gate core, because with the gateway you go cyber core, right? So if forge expanding delays your text so much, it has a massive impact. Whereas in the past, it was a very good way of quickly getting up a good defense in a Nexus, and the timings were just so much, you know, better done. Nowadays, forge fast expands really don't work out, and Ravagers also make it very difficult to realistically forge expand safely, because cannons aren't the best defense against a Roach Ravager attack, especially if you have no tech behind the cannons. So I think it's really something that just kind of comes like down into that over, you know, in combination. Where did I find these replays from Hangzhou? So they're on the Team Liquid thread. But if you want them and you can't find them, just message me on Discord. I'm totally down to link them to you guys after the stream or something on Discord. I can just give you the link to them. And then again, these replays are available publicly, so you don't have to subscribe for these replays. But we do put out extra subscriber replay packs as well. Oracles. It's going to be jumping in and getting a couple of workers killed. 3, 4, 5. Not bad, not bad. Obviously the double Oracle play is something we don't see all of the time now, but it's definitely a good one to go into. Skipping the Phoenix when you know that Scarlett was being a little bit aggressive in that last game. 2 Oracles are much better defensively than a Phoenix into 1 Oracle, so obviously much better than just a Phoenix into further tech. Extra gateways this time as well, so it really is not just safety from herO, but it allows him to put on some pressure here, as we are going to be seeing these extra warp gates morphing in. And getting ready to go. So very quickly clarify this as well. Spaz, as I see in the chat, says herO wasn't in a group with Scarlett. How can they play? Because herO finished 2nd in Group B and Scarlett finished 3rd place, so they play each other in the round of 6. For whatever reason, on Wikipedia and everywhere else, it says that it just goes straight around to 4, which isn't true, as proven by the fact we have these replays right here of Scarlett playing herO from the event. So there you go. Who knew? Who knew? Well, we knew. And that's why we're casting this one. So this is essentially already part of the playoffs in the round of 6. We are going to be seeing the Overlord getting taken down. We are going to be seeing, obviously, some creep here is a little bit exposed as well. We're also going to be seeing the few Queens coming forward, just trying to push that Warp Prism a little bit further back as we see a few Zealots warping in. And, well, aggression getting going here from herO, but honestly, Scarlett, a lot of roaches on the way out. Kind of feels like she should have what she needs to really deal with this. Queen's target down 1 Oracle, that's fantastic. Can she get the Prism? Felt like it was in range there, but then didn't really come through. Oracle Stasis Wood will die at some time, gets rid of a couple of those roaches from the fight. The Zealots just have a full surround, and the Queen's on the top side. And I can't believe that this Warp Prism is just sat here for another warp in, because that's insanely powerful. The extra Zealots coming through, and as the roach numbers finally get up here, just the loss of those Queens already is hugely expensive. Even this Ravager getting chased down as the Zealots will meet their end with the roaches, but feels as though herO already did a lot of damage with this, and obviously a Nexus behind it. So Nexus coming up behind it, we're going to be seeing another Immortal coming up, a few more High Templar, the Charge about to finish as well. And it looks as though herO is getting ready to go. Kind of funny, yeah. Who needs charge, says Chris the Beast in chat. Yeah, kind of strange to kind of attack into, you know, an attack like that without charge, isn't it? But I guess it's sort of, I guess you just sort of go if you see the opportunity. Worked out, right? Well, we're going to be seeing this Overseer morphing in overhead. These roaches coming over to the left-hand side. And we are going to be seeing an Immortal currently being chrono boosted from this Robo facility. We'll be seeing the Archons picking off that Overlord here, as you're going to see these roaches keep on pushing forwards. I mean, this is the sort of counterattack that's always very scary, as they pick off an Archon, but with double Immortal, there's just so much firepower against roaches. They die so quickly. If the Zealot's there to tank, it looks pretty decent, as you're going to see the Overseer dropping down a Changeling, and again, a few of these roaches just going to be coming forwards. The Archons drop in from the Prism, getting some extra damage done, and suddenly Scarlett's just losing out on a lot of her army. And her army is pretty much purely roaches. This is very similar to the sort of attack she had in game number 1 against Neeb. If you guys remember back in that series, it was the first series we cast today, but she went for that like 60 drone roach all in with no upgrades, and this is very similar, but now she's just didn't do enough with it. Again, she got pushed away, and so what does she have? Well, now she has pure roaches and a couple of Ravagers against 2 Immortals and 3 Archons. That doesn't end well for you as Scarlett. We are going to see 1 Archon going down, the Miss Micro on the Warp Prism now, I guess lack of Micro. Archons do end up dying. This was maybe a little bit overzealous from herO who attacks into Scarlett. Maybe could have done with just waiting for another couple rounds of Zealots or just something to sit in front and to tank there. Immortals coming down again, picking off a Roach, and we're going to be seeing those Immortals jump into the main base to try and do a little bit more. Queen taking some damage. As we do see the Prism just backing away slightly, lifts up once again, will drop back down. This time onto the 4th hatchery, so still just doing a little bit more here. While herO lost a lot in that previous attack, it still feels like the game's very much so in his control. You know, he's the one over here dealing with this hatchery, forces a cancel, slows down the 4th base, taking his own 4th base. Scarlett's not on herO's side of the map, and herO's just building 2 Immortals at a time. His own upgrades are coming through. He's getting another Archon or 2 mixed in. It just feels like herO's composition is getting to that stage where it's so very powerful. so very powerful compared to, you know, the power of Scarlett's army, which is what, like roaches? Like, woohoo, yeah, I got roaches. You know, what do they really do for me? Well, not really a lot. Spire coming up could be interesting, though, if you can get enough meters on the map. She just morphed in a bunch of Ravagers to be able to defend this attack, help deflect it, so suddenly, even the Spire doesn't look so promising, because now, well, what can you do? You can try and get some meters out, but you're going to have, like, 4 of them. That's not going to be enough. 4 meters just don't do the damage in time to really justify the commitment, because, you know, by the time, you know, once herO sees them, he's got so much time to prepare and to deal with meters when he sees just 4 initially. And Scarlett's going to start to build just a couple here. I mean, maybe you could argue just to chase the Prism away, if nothing else. A few more Zards warped in over here, going to go back into warp-in mode. This 4th base goes down again. herO doesn't even necessarily need to keep on fighting in this location, but he will. A few corrosive bars do land. Scarlett will be quite happy with that, but I mean, she still lost the 4th base. The corosive bars landing were the only good thing she had going on right now. And that's GG. herO takes down Scarlett 2-0.